All right. Are we live? Yes, we are freaking live, beaches. Okay, we are freaking live, beaches. All right. So today we're gonna draw trees and flowers and bushes and leaves. All right. Well, because it's very difficult, it's very difficult for me at least to draw trees, because trees are also like rocks, very unpredictable. All right, but before we draw anything, let me just update this on my Discord. People might join, people might not join. We will see. I'm streaming early today, so yesterday my internet was like down, so today I'm like streaming really early today. Yes, this is Sticks and Stones part 2. All right, part 2. All right, let's do this shit. I'm kind of like tired today because, well, I did not sleep today. All right, so yeah, I was like busy doing something. Don't worry about it. It's nothing important. All right, now for the trees. Okay, the most. Okay, we are gonna start with something very simple. All right, very simple. We're gonna start with something very simple. Yet it is kind of like very challenging as well. So let's do it. Okay. Okay, now for the leaves. All right, so there is this very dark patch over here. Okay, I'm just gonna paint this as a dark kind of like patch. All right, because it's all about freaking patches when you're drawing freaking trees. All right, it is all about patches. The more patches you make, the more better it becomes. Beachy. I'm sorry, I'm just freaking acting like a weird ass shit today. I should stop acting like that. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the sky. You can see the sky from the trees. All right. All right, now the trunk of the tree. It's very dark. The branches are like super difficult to draw because they are like very unpredictable, just like rocks. Okay, but this is still, I think trees are still easier than drawing rocks, because like everyone has drawn trees while they were in like school. Okay, so yeah, they are like everyone has like some sort of like experience with drawing trees, I guess, if that's the right word. Yep, that's it. This is a very simple kind of like example of a tree. Okay, now for the lighting on the tree trunk. Okay, very simple. I'm just gonna use a very hard brush for this. I have a feeling that this is gonna be like, today's episode is gonna be kind of like fun, but also it's gonna be completed like very quickly, because trees are not at all like sorry, not at all difficult. Rocks are like super difficult to draw, but trees not so much. Okay, now we start adding the leaves. Okay, start adding the leaves. Just take a, hold on. Just make some splotches like these, and then you're good to go. Literally good to go. Like, leaves are just splotches of color and light. Sorry, color, mostly color, not light. And there are some darker leaves over here. Yeah, something like that. It's like when you're painting with a gouache kind of like color, right? Gouache painting. So it's something like that. Jesus Christ, why is my Discord on? I should close it. I should close my Discord. Yeah, it's like, so trees, so when you're painting like leaves, it's like putting up splotches of color, like dabs of color, okay, randomly at the ends of the big color chunk. So yeah, it's like painting with gouache color or something. This is almost like a yellowish color because of the sunlight, baby. Oh, sunlight, baby. Holy. Okay, and then there is this splotches of green color as well. This is just a transition of color that is there. Alright, it's nothing special. Nothing special. Alright. Yeah, and over here as well there is like splotches of leaves, okay, covering the sky. So yeah, you can add that as well. Yep, that's it. That is the tree for you guys. There is no lighting on the trunk over here, so we can skip that. Shit. Oh yeah, and there are some lines over here. So what you can do is like take a rake brush or something, okay, take a freaking rake brush and just put some lines over here just to make it look like there is like some texture to the tree, because of course it's gonna freaking have some texture, because like it's like a freaking tree trunk. So tree trunks always have texture to them. That's it, nothing special. Alright, now that this is done, okay, we have a basic understanding of how the tree is like drawn. Alright, very basic understanding of how the tree is drawn. Now we take this to the next freaking level. Take this to the next freaking level. Oh wait, there is gonna be some sort of like light like peeking through over here, so it's like not all of it is like covered. Right, yeah, something like that. That's it. And if you want to, you can just add in a bit of smaller like intentional leaves over here, just to give it like a look that it's like there are leaves over there. I need to really like update my brushes, man. They are like super bad right now. Like I'm only using this hard round brush, so yeah. I really need to update my brushes. You can keep adding more and more texture, but I'm not going to. The more texture there is, the more detail it's gonna be, the more messier it's gonna turn out. So yeah, the less the texture, the better it is. Alright, I'm gonna keep it down over here, and then we will move on to drawing actual trees. Alright, actual trees, not just painting, not just a freaking painting, actual freaking trees. Alright, there is this bonsai kind of like looking tree which I'm gonna draw. Hold on. I know that this is like very boring kind of like stuff for you guys, I know that, but this is like very essential for us, very essential for us. You do not skip this shit. If you skip this shit, and you just don't learn anything, because this is like very important stuff while like painting or animating or drawing backgrounds or even drawing characters and stuff. All right, because whenever you're like drawing characters, you need the background. All right, so you need the trees for that. You need the trees, you need the rocks, and you need every kind of like shit that there is in nature. All right, yeah. Do not skip the backgrounds. Never skip the background. It's gonna freaking hurt your brain. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, now, okay, there are branches like over here in the tree. Okay, but I'm not gonna draw them that much. Okay, just 1 or 2 branches. Okay, that's it. Trust me, this training or this, I don't know, this study and this video is like gonna take you to next level, right? All of this training that we are doing, it's gonna elevate you to next level, because when you are like animating or like creating a very big painting or something, okay, this shit is gonna be very important, not only in drawing just, I don't know, trees, but also in like drawing something that is like very unpredictable or something. Okay, like for example, character motion or something, or I don't know. Okay, even when drawing characters, all of these skills, they just pay off together. Right now, okay, so hold on. So when drawing a tree, okay, there is this, we have to consider that it's a freaking cube. All right, you have to consider it's a freaking cube. So it's a freaking cube. All right, so this part is gonna be in shadow in this reference, in this particular reference, and of course the underside of course gonna be in shadow, right? But this part is gonna be in light, complete light. All right, now you have to divide these into smaller chunks. So one over here, 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 and then it goes on and on and on and on and on. All right, so yeah, that is the tree. That is how like, I don't know, simplify the tree. So if you look at some references on Pinterest, okay, there are people who do this kind of shit. All right, so I'm just gonna layer out some thick thick leaves. Okay, we will add detail to the leaves later on. First we gotta do the leveling and shit. Sorry, the thick layers, I mean, not the leveling and shit. What the frick am I saying? Alright, then you take a darker greenish color and start painting over here. Right. The underside is also, so hold on. Consider this as a cloud or a cube or whatever. Okay, so the underside over here is also gonna be in shadow. Alright, it is very similar when you are freaking drawing clouds. So the light is like coming from over here. Alright, so that is why this part is also gonna be covered in shadow. For now we will just have some small lighting. Okay, sorry, some very thick splotches of lighting. Oh my god, what is biting me on the leg? I don't know. Holy shit, something's biting me on the leg. Probably it's a demon or something. It's a insect demon. Alright, yeah. This is the basic structure of a tree. Alright, very basic stuff, nothing too complicated. Okay, then you can leave some areas in between for the light to peek through. Alright, yeah. Now let's add the shadow onto the trunk. This is a very harsh shadow over here. Very harsh. And it's like the trunk is like very twisted, so we have to color it that way. We have to add the shadows that way. You can start adding smaller details to make it like more kind of like detailed. Then add some light over here as well at the top, because the light is going to shine at the top as well. Maybe make it a bit brighter. All right, yeah, that looks good enough. All right, and now we'll just add more dappled like areas over here, right? Even over here somewhere. Okay, now we will start adding more and more and more detail to the leaves. All right, more detail to this. So this is like one tone, this is like another tone. All right, now we will add in a mid tone. Okay, I really wanna make it like a two-tone painting, so I'm gonna try a two-tone first. All right, I'm gonna try two-tone first, and then we will see like if you need the mid-tone or something. All right. Okay. Just keep adding these splotches of color over here, right, in between these leaves. All right. Oh shit. I think I'll have to add the mid-tone because, well, this is not looking too hot for my taste buds. More swatches of leaves. Okay, and over here it's like too many swatches of like darker leaves because like farther away from the light. And then add in more detail over here, like some of the leaves are like flowing out or something. All right, yeah. Same goes for the green tone. Okay, light green tone. All right, same shit goes for the light green tone. All right. So what you can do is, okay, so I'm like painting this like freaking manually. I'm stupid. All right, I'm freaking stupid. What you can do is you can just take a splatter brush or something, okay, and then just paint it like, then just apply the splatter brush, and then you paint a lot of like leaves together. So yeah. Yeah, something like this. All right, something like this. Now we can start like adding a very, hold on, let me make this a bit darker. Yeah, now we can start adding a mid-tone. Okay, mid-tone very important as well because, well, it's the freaking mid-tone. Trees require the mid-tone because to look good, because they have a lot of like leaves, so the leaves are like gonna require a mid freaking tone to like look beautiful. again the same concept, like wherever there is like a transition between the shadow and the light and the shadow, okay, there is gonna be this mid freaking tone. All right, so all over here, look at this. Now this is like getting very cool and very beautiful. This is just hard brushy stuff which I'm like doing, very hard brushy stuff, just circles and circles and circles of hard brush. Oh my god, man. Okay, so over here it's like gonna be a full mid-tone, alright, because it's just in shadow. Yeah, something like this. You can just fill out these areas so that like there is like less detail, because if there is like detail everywhere, then the eye does not know where to look. Okay, so if there is like if you accidentally paint like too much detail, you can just fill it out. All right, so that you know where the eye should look. So yeah, because too much detail is gonna make it look really bad. I might have freaked up the tree. All right, I might have freaked up the tree. I don't know. Okay, I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Okay, there is too much splashes of like the round brush, too many circles. Yeah, it's fine though. It's fine. This is only our first freaking attempt at drawing a tree. That's it. That's it. Yes. Very simple. Very simple. Nothing too freaking complicated. Very simple tree. Okay, then we can add some roots if we want to. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's it. I might have freaked up the leaves. All right, I'm sorry about that. I'm not a tree painter. I'm still learning. Thank you so much. Great work. Hello. Yes, hello. What's up? Oh yeah, Ananya Illustrate. Ananya, so what were you asking me that day about like lighting question? I was like waiting for you to like question me, but then you like left the stream or something. I don't know. All right, so do ask me the lighting question now. I can answer it right now. All right, I'm waiting. Alright, I have tagged you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm waiting for your lighting question. Please do ask me the lighting question if you have it. Otherwise, it's fine. And that day you mentioned that you have a lighting question. Okay, now this tree is like super weird and super different than the tree that we drew right now. Okay, now you can, okay, hold on. Now if like this is like very close, okay, very close to the camera, very close to your eyes, okay, you can add like if the drawing is like very close, then you can add more detail over here. All right, so that you can see the leaves and shit. All right, so yeah, just a tip, just a tip. All right, yeah, I guess you do not have a question. All right, man, whatever. All right, so this tree is like very super weird. All right, this tree is like freaking super weird. Okay. Yeah, this song is like from like Om Shanti Om, I think. Yeah. It's not a song. It's just a meme kind of like. Okay, do these like sharp shapes, because well, the sharp shapes are gonna look really good. Okay, yeah, then you can soften the shapes if you want to. At first you just have to like do these like very sharp kind of like shapes. All right, because that is gonna set your shape language, which is like very important. Okay, shape language, very important. I think I made a video on shape language, if I'm not wrong. All right, I might be, I don't remember if I made a video on shape language. Jesus, I don't remember that. Let it flow. Let your pen or pencil or whatever the fuck that you're using just flow like crazy. All right, let it freaking flow. First comes the branches. First comes the branches. Then comes the chunks. Then comes the chunks. Always remember this rhyme. I just now I like created this rhyme. All right. First come the branches. Sorry. First comes the trunk. Then comes the branches. Then comes the chunks of leaves. Okay, and then comes the leaves, then comes the detail leaves or something. I don't know. You people can modify it as you would like. All right. Oh my god, holy shit, man. I have to teach you like Ethan Becker now. When in dowdy, one finger outy. When in dowdy, the branches are outy. Like holy shit. This oddly reminds me of like the Genshin Impact Inazuma. They have these sakura trees, but this is like not a sakura tree, of course. Genshin Impact was super cool, but then I freaking left it because like it took so much space out of my phone. So yeah, so I just freaking, I don't know man, left it. Like fuck that game. And now they have a character called as gaming. That's wonderful. They have a gaming character in a freaking gaming game with a gaming name. Alright. Now to add in the leaves. Alright. Let me just quickly do some lighting on the trunk so that it's like not too flat. Very quick lighting setup on the trunk. Alright. It's almost freaking dark. Everywhere you see is like a dark tone. Okay. It's like the evening kind of like tone. Alright. Okay, now for the leaves. Okay, now there are okay, in this particular tree, all right, in this particular tree there are freaking branches all over the freaking tree. Okay, look at this. These branches are like all over the ends of the tree. Okay, holy shit, oh my god. Okay, and not only these branches, but the leaves are like very straight. The leaves or flowers or whatever the frick that is, okay, they are very straight. I do not know what this tree, what kind of like tree this is, but this is like very different tree. So you have to draw like this. Okay, you can use a graphic style if you want. Like many people use that graphic design style, like a very minimalistic style. Okay, for this I'm using my style, like however I can freaking draw, like very stylized kind of like way. You can use a freaking graphic style if you want, which will be, I don't know, much more easier in a way, if that is like your style. But then it should like also suit your entire kind of like style, you know, style language or something. So choose wisely, children. Okay, now you take a very rake brush, or you can just take a hard round brush, all right, and start dappling these leaves over here, all right, a little bit more like make the brush a bit more thicker in my opinion. All right, you can just start dappling these leaves over here. I might be doing it kind of like wrong, okay, and then over here it's gonna be really freaking thick at the trunk, at the junction, sorry, not the trunk. All right, so at the junction it's like thick, and then it just moves apart, and then yeah, something like that. Now this has like barely any like shadows on the leaves, so you don't even need to make the shadows over here. Okay, so it's just freaking one color, so remember that. If you want to add a different color, you can add a lighter color, or a shadowy color later when you make all of the leaves. All right. And there is a lot of freaking dappled light, but then there is also this big body over here. All right, so remember to add the big bodier parts. All right, and the dappled light, of course. Okay, now I'm gonna use a very different kind of like brush. All right, hold on. Okay, let's try this brush. I don't have a lot of like weird like brushes, it's just textured brushes like I have, but yeah, I'm just using a very flat kind of like brush for the leaves. This is just random strokes. All right, this is not even like I'm not going in and then painting every leaf, okay, and like super high resolution freaking detail. All right, no, you don't have to do that. All right, these are just freaking random basic brush strokes. Then there is this body over here. Okay, there is a lot of freaking bodies over here, right? Like a leaf body, not an actual human body. Jesus Christ, what the frick, man, you're all crazy. And this is a very sparse area, so you just dapple it like this. Okay, and then there is this area as well. Yep. Now to make it like a very different kind of a tree, because this is like almost the same technique as this one. All right, you take a freaking rake brush, or you take a very like pencil brush, okay, and then you start doing this. you start doing this over here, because these are the branches of all of the leaves, so they're just growing like crazy. Okay, not too much. Okay, you don't have to do it like too much, just a little bit, otherwise it's like not gonna look good. Okay, so yeah, like this. All right, just take a pencil brush or something, okay, and then do these freaking branches which are like showing through the leaves, showing through the leaves, showing through the leaves. All right, you can also take the rake brush or the pencil brush and make like these straight lines. All right, just to show like it's like these leaves. All right, make this straight line dots or something, I don't know. All right, look at this. Straight line dots, something else. Oh my, I don't even know what I'm singing. All right, I'm just talking trash. All right, yeah, straight lines, it just pulls out a different kind of like look, because it's like the leaves are like almost like a straight kind of like thing. I do not know what this tree is, I'm sorry, but yeah, they just make it look good. Okay, and for the final part, you can add some shadow over here, right? So some parts of the leaves, yeah, you can make them like shadowy, like this. Okay, so where there is a lot of bunch, or wherever the leaves are like on the V shape of the branch, it's gonna be in shadow. Okay, so yeah, something like this, just a little bit hint of shadow, not too much. All right, not too much. If you do it too much, then it's gonna get worse. Do not do it too much, otherwise I'm gonna come there and freaking tear your drawing page. All right, yeah, some sort of like shadows over here, just a tad bit. And then this branch is like over the leaves on the other side, so yeah, you gotta make sure that is apparent. All right, that's it for this freaking tree. All right, very different kind of like tree, but you get my point. Okay, now you can go ahead and like have a like, I don't know, a real kind of like let's say, hold on, a real tree brush. Okay, sorry, leaf brush. Okay, and then you can add like detail to the leaves. All right, so yeah, you can do that as well if you want to, but I just have this like very basic hard round brush, and then this flat brush. I have a lot of different brushes, but I do not have the leaf brush. Okay, I do not have the concept brushes yet. Okay, and I have this almost like a paint brush, kind of like, yeah, this can work as a leaf brush, but this also has like texture, so I have to remove the texture. So yeah, I have to like update my brushes, man. Jesus, I have to really update my brushes. Anyways, that's it for the trees. Sorry, not for the trees. Yes, for the trees. Yes, I'm gonna stop the trees now, and I'm gonna move on to the bushes. Yes, bushes. We are doing bushes. Can add a bit of detail onto this sand or whatever the frick this is. All right, This oddly reminds me of Genshin Impact, man. I really would like to play that game again, but it's like so freaking big. It burns my freaking head. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can of course do something like this, like cut through the branches so that it's like gets even more texture to that. All right. So yeah, because the leaves are like almost like a straight line. Yeah. And you can do all this even with like traditional media as well, alright, with either poster colors or oil paint or gouache, alright, or acrylic paint, alright, or maybe I don't know, color pencils or soft pastels or whatever the fuck that you have, okay, or even your blood if you want to. Yeah, some people like to draw with blood, with their own freaking blood. I'm sorry, man. I'm just freaking joking. Yo, what's up, Mellow Motion? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm just talking shit as usual. We have completed the second 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we are gonna move on to the bushes. Bushes. Yes, bushes. We are gonna move on to the bushes, all right? So for the bushes, it's like almost like a tree, but they are like on the ground itself, all right? So let me get some references for the bushes, and of course for the leaves as well. Like if there are like, hold on, let me show you over here as only. If there are like fallen leaves, you just do something like this, all right? You just do something like this. You just paint a splotch. That's it. All right. Now for the flying leaves, like the leaves which like fly in the wind, whenever you're like, I don't know, animating or like drawing, they just flip and flop. Okay, they just turn around and then they fold and shit. Okay, then that is like somewhat a bit complicated, in my opinion. So yeah. All right. We are moving on to the bushes, all right? Bushes. Bushes is the same freaking concept as trees, but bushes, or maybe I don't know, grass or some shit. Okay, bushes and flowers, same freaking concept as trees, but they have like shapes, so you have to keep in mind the freaking shapes. I'm looking at the references. Hold on. Let me get a good reference, man. Let me get a freaking good reference. Alright, we will do some flowers first, alright? Some flowers first, okay? Then we can move on to the bushes. Flowers, or maybe some fruits, like 1 or 2 flowers. Okay, we will do 1 or 2 flowers, then we'll move on to the bushes, all right? Yeah, I cannot find a lot of bushes because All right, we are going to draw like 2 flower drawings. All right, very simple, don't worry about it. I'm gonna teach you everything very simply, don't worry about it. Y'all don't need to be scared or anything, don't worry. We are gonna learn in a very simple and very safe way. Nobody's gonna hurt anyone, all right? Nobody's gonna shit their pants. Don't worry about it. Simple and safe manner, don't worry. Oh yeah, holy shit, I forgot the trunks. Jesus Christ. I am kind of like doing the trunks, but it's like the trunk color is like pretty crazy. I hate this brown color, man. I hate this brown color because it's like very, I don't know, very dirty. It looks very dirty. So yeah, that's why I'm like, whatever, man. I might desaturate the brown color. Yeah, now it looks much better. Because the brown color is like when you kind of like saturate it, like something like this, alright? It starts looking freaking very dirty, alright? Unless it's like used very sparingly. So yeah, it's like it's very kind of like dirtiest color of them all. But although hold on, there is one more color which is like even more dirty, and that is you all know it, that is this yellow. Look at this shit. It's the poop color, more dirtier, more dirty poop color, dirty poop color. Alright, now this is like the playground for flowers. Flower. Okay, I'm gonna be right back, so hold your horses, alright? Hold your horses. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry, I was like cleaning my ear. It's like there is a lot of shit in my ear. So I'm sorry. I'm back. It's not paining, but it's like kind of like uncomfortable feeling. Alright, so yeah, I had to somewhat clean it. It's not completely gone yet. My ear is still fucked up right now. Oh my god. Alright, now for the leaves. Okay, now for the leaves. Like there is shape to the leaves, so you have to keep that in mind. You cannot just splotch around the colors, okay, like it did with the tree leaves. You cannot just do that with the leaves. There is a shape to the leaves. Sorry, yes, the leaves as well as the petals of the flower. Sorry, I said the leaves while I was like drawing petals. So yeah. There is always a shape to the petals. Alright, then there is gonna be some sort of like color inside of this. Alright. Leaves are like, petals are like kind of like simple, alright? They do not have that much stuff into them. Alright, hold on. This is like a green. Okay. So then they do not have that much stuff inside of them, alright? It's just simple shapes. You can add in more tones if you need to, but it's like not at all necessary for the petals. It's just you can just keep like a outline over here, right? Yeah. The more tones is like not necessary at all. That's all. That is all there is to it for the petals. Then there are a lot of freaking leaves over here, so I'm gonna draw it like very fast. All right, very fast. I'm gonna just draw it like really freaking fast. Now you have to study the anatomy of the leaf, petals, okay, how it bends, how it like twists and turns and all that kind of like jazz stuff. Okay, once you study that, it becomes very easier for you to draw. Okay, so I'm gonna give a quick anatomy lesson on petals. Hold on petals and leaves. Hold on, just give me like 2 minutes. Let me draw this. That's it. End of story. End of story. Literally end of story. Holy shit. You can make the light shine through there, like a little bit fluorescent if you want to.
Sorry.
That's it, man. That's it. These are some petals and flowers and shit. All right. Very quick stuff. All right. Now for the lesson on petals and flowers. Okay. Give me like 2 minutes. I will show you. Okay. So when you're drawing, so this is a petal. All right. This is a freaking petal. Okay. Or a leaf. Whatever the frick that you wanna call it, alright? Let's call it a leaf. The same principle applies also for the petals, alright? Now this is gonna fold in the middle, okay? So in the middle, when you're like folding it, it will look something like this, okay? So hold on, let me draw it in like a perspective, alright? Yeah, something like this. Okay, this is a folded kind of like leaf, all right? And then when this is like bending through the middle over here or from the top over here, okay, it's gonna look something like so. Okay. Same principle applies for the petal as well. Petals are just they are very softer than leaves, okay? So they bend and twist like very quickly. Yeah, so this is the same principle as when you're drawing a piece of paper, okay? Same freaking principle, just the shape is like kind of like different, okay? And then when you're like drawing in like perspective, like if this point is like pointing towards you, okay, what is going to happen is there's something like this. Look at this, okay? Yeah, something like this. Same principle applies for the petal as well, okay? And then when you are seeing it from this side, okay, same principle as this one. Yep, that's it. This is the leaf or the flower. All right, simple anatomy of the leaf or petal lesson. Aren't you? Yes, yes. Groot. I am Groot, man. I am Groot. We are drawing Groot today. Don't worry about it. All right. Now let's do some fruits. Okay, so there are kind of like leaves over here in the background. And there is this trunk which is like kind of like red at the end. I don't know why. It's like a snail. Okay, it's like a snail, almost like a snail. Yeah. So even in nature always uses these color schemes as well. All right, or we took it from nature itself. Okay, so I don't know how we made up those color schemes like red and green and shit. Okay, I think we took it from nature itself. That's it. And then always try to like directly paint with color, because well, if you do that, you will learn how to like paint shapes, paint a lot of freaking shapes. Okay, and also hold on, let me tell you. Also you will save time. Okay, and also you will like not mess up in color. Also it will help you, let's say, get better at color. Okay, so that is why you can just, I don't know, take a brush and just start painting in color, directly in color. All right. Then there are these fruits over here. I was watching God of War yesterday. Jesus, it was really cool, to be honest. Like Charlie played God of War yesterday. I don't know, man. His videos are like they are like not so. They are like, he never does any editing on those videos, so they are like, the colors are freaking washed out and shit. Okay, he never pays attention to the colors. Compare his videos to like the Rad Brad's kind of like videos. They are super freaking crisp and super freaking sharp. Okay, so and this is the fruit that I'm talking about. When you directly draw with color, you understand the shapes better. Well, because you're like drawing with color, and you have to, you know, make it like not waste too many brush tones. So yeah, and you also learn how to choose better colors as well. So yeah, that's the fruit. Now we can start doing the other fruits as well. I don't know, my ear is freaking blocked. It's like freaking frustrating me a little bit. I might have to put in ear drops again. Like there is some dirt which is like not coming out. It always is the case, man. It always is the case with my ear. Like this ear, alright? This is a star fruit, I think, star ball fruit. I don't know what this is, to be honest. There's this blue freaking color at the bottom, and also some magenta at the top. Violets are like often associated like with blue and magenta, so they like look super vibrant, which is like pretty cool in my opinion. Oh yeah, and there are also, oh my god, there are also water droplets. Water droplets are like super difficult to make, but a very simple technique is like you just do something like this and then add in a highlight over here. Sometimes it's like water droplets are like super difficult to make, but hey, there you go, water droplets. Okay, now the rest of the fruits are like freaking orange and green, right? Sorry, red and green. Sorry, my bad. Let me make the shapes. Oh yeah, shit man, we still need to do the bushes. Holy shit, I almost forgot. We need to do the bushes. Why am I drawing all these fruits then? They are not even necessary. Jesus Christ, man. We need to do the bushes and shit. And yes, and in the next week I'm gonna start animating. Okay, I'm gonna start training for like animation. So yeah, I'm like really like I really freaking procrastinated this week because I needed to do this. Okay, I needed to freaking do this because this is like very important stuff, the making the backgrounds and shit. Okay, very important stuff, because if you do not do this, then like your drawings are not gonna look good. If your backgrounds are like trash, then whatever, man. You get my point. So yeah, next week we are gonna start with animation stuff. Okay, practicing animation stuff. Sorry, oh my god, that was a crazy sneeze. Holy shit. Oh my god, why am I doing this? Holy man, why am I even doing this? It's taking so much time. Alright, that's it. I'm doing it again. A very half-assed attempt, but you get my point. That's it. Very half-assed attempt, but it's fine. Now we can start adding some tones in the back, because this is a white color. The color of the leaves, okay, the color of the leaves are gonna shine, okay, and this is gonna be kind of like a very pinkish or reddish like color right over here for the flesh tones. The flesh, I need the flesh. This almost reminds me of Genshin Impact, and now I wanna freaking play it, but I cannot freaking play it because it's like too big. Too freaking big. Genshin Impact is like too big. Too freaking big. Yep, that's it. That's it. I ain't gonna do more. The only thing that I will probably do is like this. Yeah. Alright, that's it, man. These are some fruits and leaves and flowers. I don't even know what these are. These are some alien kind of like looking shit. Alright, now bushes. Alright, now bushes. We're gonna do bushes. We're gonna do bushes. Where is the bushes? I gotta get the bushes. Yep. Gojo's blindfold. We gotta do the bushes. Okay, bushes. Where are the bushes? There are a lot of bushes over here, but yeah, okay, I found it. Alright, found it. Some realistic photos of bushes. Alright, found it. I'm also gonna do the leaves. Okay, I'm also gonna do the leaves as well with this. Starting with a classic bush. Alright, classic bush. Nothing too complicated, just a classic bush. Gonna take in the marker and then gonna add leaves over here, something like this. Yeah. Yeah. Adding in a bit of leaves in the middle as well. Okay, and then we can add in more shadows, like in the very darker side. Yeah, something like this. So there are, like, of course, always 3 tones for the bushes as well, just like what we were kind of like doing with the trees. All right, same concept. Yeah, something like this. Very simple, very quick, something like this. You can just leave the tiddly wings over here at the outside, just to make it like kind of like more as if it's like, as if the leaves are like coming out, okay, showing off themselves to the world. Oh my god, holy shit, man. Very quick, simple bush. All right, next, okay, next we're gonna draw a bush with some straight lines. All right, straight bush. All right, straight bush. We're gonna draw a straight bush. I'm gonna make it like a shape, okay, because it's like easier to draw in a shape when you're like drawing in a shape. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a shape. Yeah, something like this. Very quickly, sorry, very easy, not quickly, very easy, and very quick as well. Yes, so very quick as well. Now this is like a very straight kind of like shape, so what you can do is like do something like this, okay, to make it like feel like as if it's like straight. Okay, you can just cut in into the leaves, okay. So yeah, you can make something like this. Yeah, something like that. Okay, keep adding some the details if you want to, then adding in some very darker kind of like area, just a little bit, nothing, not too much, just a little bit to the core side. That's it, man, that's it, done. Now of course we can go ahead and like make like very detailed kind of like leaves as well, but that is like gonna take a lot of time, so you don't do that. All right, or you make just a bit of these leaves and just leave them as is. So yeah, like I'm doing right now. Yeah. Just to make it a bit more realistic. Okay. So, very simple bush number 2. You can of course do all of this with the hard round brush as well, but this pointy brush is like very easy to draw leaves because it's like it is like shaped like a leaf. This one that you're seeing right here, the marker brush. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna draw some let's say some grass, okay, with a bush. All right, some grass, bush, and some flowers as well. So yeah, you can skip the very darker areas in this bush, you know. You can just keep the 2 tones. If you do wanna add the darker areas, you can just add in a bit of them over here, just at the core side. That's it. Don't make it too complicated. I'm telling you, don't make it too complicated. If you make it like too complicated, it's like gonna fall apart. It's gonna look dirty. It's gonna look dirty as fuck. So yeah, do not make it look complicated. All right. What is next? Yes, leaves. Bushes and leaves. All right. Sorry, I was looking for some references. All right, so I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna draw an imaginary bush. All right. I'm gonna draw an imaginary bush. This is gonna be our bush, okay, and then this is gonna be our light onto the bush. George Bush, Washington Bush. All right, this is gonna be our light, and then hold on. Okay. This is gonna be some leaves, right? Make them very like sharp and very kind of like shapy, because otherwise it's like gonna be it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good. Okay, so this is not accurate at all, because this is like out of my freaking pea-sized brain. Okay, so it might be kind of like not accurate at all. Yeah, something like that, man. Something like that. Yeah, this is not accurate at all. It's just looking bad. I'll just delete this again, and then I'll make another kind of like bush over here. It was like looking really bad. I cannot draw a bush. Oh my god, holy shit. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, it's freaking crazy. I need more practice. Definitely, I need more practice. Jesus Christ, stupid. All right, at least that is something like acceptable kind of. Okay, now we can add in like, okay, this time I'm gonna add the grass towards the bottom. Okay, not from the top. Yes, there are some leaves like which grow from the top as well, but this time I'm like gonna add it from the bottom. Hold on. Let me take the marker. This one. Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Yeah, you just gotta use the right kind of like brush or the right kind of like shapes. In this case, the right shapes. Yes. Yep. Almost. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah, I love that dialogue between Alex and that Magi. No, not Magi. He's not a he was not a Magi. He was just a rival of the Magi. In the Mummy Returns. The actress is hot though. I don't know her name. I forgot her name. She's like so freaking hot in that movie. Holy shit. Now what you can do is like add in a bluish color so that it would appear as if the sky color is hitting from the top onto the leaves. Which will make it kind of like look realistic a bit. Yeah, something like this. All right, and then of course we can add some, let's say, hold on, let me add more grass. All right, let me add more grass. Let me add a lot of freaking grass over here. Yeah, something like this. Lot of grass. Oh yeah, what did I wanted to add? Jesus Christ, I forgot. Yes, you can add some little bit tiny flowers as well. Tiny flowers as well. So something like, let's say, this. Some white flowers as well, or light pink. I don't know. They don't have to be like very precise, but yeah, you get my point. You get my point. You get my point. All right, that's it. So yeah. Oh wait. Let's see. We can add, yeah, add in the ground. Yep. That's it. What else do I need to do? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. This is still like very half-assed attempt at like drawing bushes and trees and shit, okay, but it's still better than nothing, because I cannot even draw something like this before today. So yeah. Okay, what else we need to do before I like shut off? What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do on this? What else do I need to do on this? There are so many freaking artists that I'm seeing right now who are like so good at like drawing trees and bushes and leaves and shit. Jesus, and look at me. I'm just a freaking bad representation of an artist. Like, I literally do not have the patience to draw all this shit, man. Nuh-uh. It's too freaking... I'm too freaking impatient for this shit. I needed to draw the trunks, but we already drew the trunks, tree trunks. It's just like rocks. The trunks are like rocks, but yeah. So I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I think we are done. We are done. The trunks are like rocks, so yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, let's freaking go. We are done. Alright, we are done for the day. Alright, we are done for the day. You can make a very geometric kind of like shape for this one. Yeah, so some sort of like geometric shape. You do not need to have like leaves everywhere. You can just skip some stuff. Alright, so yeah, I did add a lot of freaking leaves, but so I don't know. Alright, anyways, that's it for the freaking day. Alright, leaves and plants and trees and shit. We also, okay, so how many we did? We did a small painting of a tree, then we did 2 trees, okay, then we did like flowers and petals, okay, then these are like almost like a flower and a fruit, right? Then we learned the physics of the petal, and of course we finished it with bushes. Yep. Very good lesson. Okay, these are the basics of, these are almost like the basics of trees and shit. Okay, this is not at all very in-depth kind of like a lesson. If you want to learn like in-depth trees, okay, you can just go on Pinterest and like look at a lot of freaking artists. Okay, there are a lot of freaking artists who like draw trees like really well. Okay, even better than me. I just did a freaking half-assed attempt today at trees, man. I do not know how to draw trees. Okay, I literally do not know. I'm not a tree drawer. I literally do not know how to draw trees. So if you really freaking want to learn trees and rocks and all that naturistic jazz, I would highly recommend Pinterest. Go and look at how people draw trees. And also I would highly recommend a lot of freaking concept artists, because they can literally draw trees like really nicely. Okay, trees and leaves and nature and shit. Okay, really nicely, like 100 freaking times better than I do. Okay, so yeah. Yep, that's about it, guys. So yeah, so tomorrow, okay, hold on, let me see what is the schedule. Yeah, mostly it's like food and stuff. Okay, we did rocks, we did nature kind of like stuff. Okay, and then hold on. Yeah, here it is. Okay, we did rocks. Okay, let me take this up. We did rocks. We did, oh shit, there is animals. Rocks and nature. Hold on. Alright, rocks, we did rocks, we did background design. Okay, we did some dynamic poses. These are just, I don't know, these are just regulars. Even we can do this like regular stuff. Okay, it's not a big deal. We need to do this one, drawing figures and faces from all angles in perspective, which is like gonna be freaking super hard to do. Okay, so this is gonna take like 2 streams, like one stream for figure and the other stream for like faces. So yeah, this is gonna be like crazy stream. Okay, what else? Okay, food, we gotta do food. Okay, so like I have some practice with this, of course, and what else? Not with this one, with hard surface as well, with kind of like animals as well. I can draw animals because I can draw human figures. Okay, yeah, so I can draw animals with like a reference or something. Okay, I can definitely draw animals, so I have some experience with this. The only thing, okay, even hard surface I have some experience. The only thing I don't have experience is with food, 2D FX animation. FX I have some experience with like water and clouds. Other than that, I don't know, nothing else probably. So we gotta do the FX stuff. Okay, I don't have experience with FX, food, walk and run cycles. Yes, music, not at all. I have to still start this someday, I don't know when. Okay, I'm just freaking procrastinating. Okay, and that's it. So these three things are like very important right now. Okay, so we're gonna do food tomorrow, okay, and then probably animals, and then mix that with like hard surface, like make the animals like, I don't know, robotic or something. We can do that. We can do animals and hard surface together like a mixture. What else? That's it. Then we'll figure it out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like my brain is like not working right now. That's it. I'm freaking tired of drawing freaking trees. So this orange tree, this was the best. This orange tree was the best, man. This one, and these fruits, and even this bush, all of the bushes were good, and even this one. This one is fine. I did not like this. This one was also good, but it's fine. All right, that's about it. So yeah, tomorrow food time tomorrow. So tea, coffee, and everything else in between, we're gonna do it tomorrow. A lot of food time. All right, that's about it, man. That's about it. So yeah, I don't know how they do those anime kind of like environments that we see. It's very different. Like there is a lot, so much detail in them. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me. Woo! Crazy! This guy is freaking crazy. Jesus, holy shit! I will share it later. I will share it later. All right. Share this guy later tomorrow. Crazy guy. All right, that's it for the day. So yeah, all right, that's it. Oh, so yeah, so thank you for joining in, whoever freaking joined in. Okay, and yes, I stream literally freaking every single day at like 7 or 8 p.m. IST, okay, and sometimes at 12 p.m. IST in the afternoon. Okay, so please do freaking subscribe for that, okay, on YouTube, and follow me on my Twitch as well. Okay, and of course join in the Discord if you want to. Okay, the link is in the description. And if you want to support me, please do support me on my buymeacoffee.com. okay, every link is in the description down below, so please do check it out. Okay, or the links are also on my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel as well. All right, that's about it. So yeah, this was a pretty okay stream, not an awesome stream, pretty okay stream. This orange tree was like pretty sick, to be honest. So yeah, pretty okay stream. I enjoyed it a lot. Watch to earn retracted like 2 freaking messages. Holy shit. Oh my god. And then Ananya List is like, I asked her what questions she has, but she's like, no, she ain't gonna ask me. Anyways, maybe she will someday. Anyways, that's about it, man. See ya. That's about it, everybody. See ya. I finally learned to draw trees. I struggle a lot with trees. Jesus, I was like literally scared, but I finally learned it. Anyways, goodbye. I'm just gonna watch a movie or something. I don't know.